Today's Sunshine Note is titled, The Greased Widow Maker. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. Psalms 40:2. If you are not entirely covered in slippery, slimy soap by the end of the night, then you probably didn't try very hard to make it to the top of the Greased Widowmaker. It's a Union College tradition, and it's likely to land you flat on your back, floating in film. Each fall, on the first weekend of school, after the handshake, the willing and the brave make their way to a hillside that's been completely covered in giant tarps. The tarps have been doused with bottles upon bottles of soap, and students armed with hoses stand on the sides to keep the soap sudsy. At the top of the hill, the tarps cascade up and over a stack of old mattresses, and extra dozen bottles of soap have been emptied there. As the rule goes, the student who makes it to the top of the hill first and can actually stand up on the mattress stack gets a large cash prize. You have never seen so many college students covered in soap sliding down a hill on top of each other. Maybe it sounds simple to you, but unless you've tried it, you have no idea how hard it is to climb up a soap-covered tarp. It's practically impossible to manage just a few steps, even if you get a running start. Half the fun is watching people flail and fall and roll down the hill. Whenever I read Psalms 40, I think of the Greased Widow Maker. David claims that God lifted him out of a slimy pit and set him on firm ground. I imagine this metaphorical pit to be somewhat like the Widowmaker, impossible to surmount, dangerous even to try. I can picture David in the muddy, miry hole in the ground, covered in slime, trying to climb out. That's how he felt about his life. Have you ever felt like that? Are there places in your life that have you stuck? Are there things you can't free yourself from? At times, does even a small step seem next to impossible? David says that God is capable in these situations. Most of us waste a lot of effort trying to climb out on our own, only to end up covered in filth. It's not the best strategy for reaching the top. Realize today that God is able to lift you out of even the dirtiest, messiest, slimiest places in your life. No pit is too deep for Him. No dirt is too dirty. There is nothing you can do that He cannot rescue you from. Nothing. So instead of slipping and sliding on your way, reach your hand up and let God lift you back out and onto solid ground. May God bless you today.